Hello everyone, welcome back to Kirklees Guitar School. So, we're going to have a talk about what I call the finger per fret rule today, which is nothing revolutionary, but I think if you practice it enough, it's really what separates the men from the boys, so to speak, when it comes to guitar playing. If you can execute the finger per fret rule, you'll be able to play the guitar without looking at your fretboard. So that will be, like when I do a gig for example, I can't be looking at my guitar because I'm either reading some music or I'm interacting with the rest of the band, or I'm just so amazed that I get to play with all these amazing musicians that I'm just kind of soaking it up as best I can. So the idea is that we're going to try and play some melodies all within a 4 fret radius to coincide with the 4 fingers that we've got to play the notes. So it's oddly, it's a good place to move on from if you've looked at the spider exercise. It kind of uses that framework, but it's a little bit more entertaining and sounds a lot better. So let's get into it. Now, the idea is we're going to start in open position, and finger 1, we're going to gravitate around fret 1. Finger 2 is going to handle all of fret 2s. Finger 3 is going to handle all of fret 3. And finger 4 is going to handle all of fret 4. Now, a lot of guitarists in my one-to-ones when we talk about this, they kind of behave with fingers 1, 2 and 3, but then with finger 4 they like to move the finger across. Try to do it properly for me today. So let's put some music on. I've got the C major scale. Now if you watch me play that, do re mi fa sol la ti do. We've heard that before. Now what I want you to try and do is, pause the video if you need to. I'd like you to have a go at playing that. But like you see the 3rd fret on the A string, the very first note, I want you to use the ring finger. I want you to use finger number 1. Finger number 3. The next note is a 0. Well, we don't need any fingers, so we just pick that string. Finger 2 for fret 2. Finger 3 for fret 3. Open. 2nd finger. Open. 1st finger. Now, that might seem quite sort of benign at first, but can you see how I'm playing and my fingers are barely moving? I do a lot of these kind of exercises where I play the guitar without looking at it, and these scales are a great opportunity to work on that. So, this is the first one that I'd like you to do, and this is in an open position scenario. So, feel free to pause the video and have a go at this, or rewind it if you'd like me to explain it again. Okay, so that's level 1. Level 2, we're going to make it a little bit harder. And how can you actually apply this to something a tune that we know, or some music that, something that's not an exercise or a scale or an arpeggio. So I've got this on the screen here. Now, this is the Simpsons theme. I'll play it for you. Now, can you see how my index finger is gravitating towards the 2nd fret instead of the 1st fret? Now, arguably, I could play this with frets 1, 2, 3 and 4. However, my index finger, and arguably for most guitarists, their strongest and most competent finger, is not being used. So sometimes what we have to do is look at a piece of music and try and figure out the 4 fret radius that it's in, and then assign your index finger to the lowest note. So in this case, the lowest note would be the 2nd fret. And when I say the lowest note, I mean the lowest note in number, not the lowest note in pitch. I think that's worth looking at. Like if we start breaking that down, you've got a 3rd fret. So conveniently it starts on a C like the last exercise. But then we go to this E note here, which is on the 2nd fret of the D string. So by my reckoning, I think it'd be best if we start with the middle finger and then play that little major 3rd finger with the index finger, 4th fret with the ring finger, 2nd fret with the index finger, open, etc. Now, to my ear, that's gonna sound and feel a lot better than trying to do it like this. I can't even do it. You're just making hard work for yourself there. So that'd be, I'd decide that second position would be the best place to play that. Again, if you want to have a go, rewind it a little bit, or pause it, or take a screenshot, go away and have a go at it. So there's no level 3 in this lesson because I want you to, as the third level, to pick something out of your folders and try and apply the finger per fret rule to it. If you're struggling with it, take a photo, put it in the comments if you're struggling to figure out which finger that you'd do it with, and I'll try and get back to you as many as I can. Sometimes it will involve position shifts, like for example if I was to play the major scale over 2 octaves, sometimes you've got to move your hand halfway through. Can you see how to get to this upper register, fret 5, 6, 7 and 8, I had to do a position shift to account for that. So it's more initially within scale shapes and within the 4 fret radius. Have a go at something out of your folder. Can be a rock riff, can be whatever. Some pentatonic scales would be a good idea maybe. And let me know in the comments how you got on. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Cheers.